So I gotta say, I have played this game so many times over the years. I do have this game, I do have the original uh, on the actual hardware. I've beaten the game multiple times before. And it doesn't matter how many times I play this game, it's fun. It is probably one of the best Legend of Zelda games that I have ever played. Because I can go back and I can play this over and over and over again. I'm never bored. Parts of it don't feel tedious. Um, a lot of the newer games, don't get me wrong, I do think that Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom are excellent games and they are fun games, but the whole durability thing that they put in there, and with how big the map is, some of the things that you have to do feel kind of tedious. And for this game, it's a decent sized map, but it's not too big. You don't really have to worry about durability or anything. You know, the magic meter you have to take into account, but yeah, it's just, yeah, this is probably my all-time favorite Legend of Zelda game. And it's got a great soundtrack. Uh, to be fair, I think every Legend of Zelda game has a great soundtrack, but this one is probably, again, I think is the best. And I still love the fact that this entire series, all of the Legend of Zelda games, all started from Miyamoto's childhood. If the reports are true, and I think he's the one that came out and said this, that um, the original Legend of Zelda quest history. I'm guessing that's showing how many deaths I had in the run. Okay, Turtle Rock technically is one. I did use the rewind feature on that one, but no, sorry about that. Um, I did use the rewind feature just on that one dungeon because I didn't really want to have to try and go back through it again. Um, but that's the only time that I used the rewind feature. Um, but no, like I was saying, Miyamoto is the one that has said that he based the first Legend of Zelda game on a childhood game that he would play, um, exploring around his neighborhood and all, and pretending that he was this hero searching to rescue a princess. And you know, sometimes I wonder with a lot of these games, a lot of these series. You know, there's a lot of Legend of Zelda games. There's a lot of Mario games. You know, there's a lot of Final Fantasy games. I sometimes wonder, you know, how many how many times how that people have had this idea and knew right away that they had not only a hit for a game but a lasting hit for a game. Something that spans decades, and it doesn't matter if you start with the first game, the middle games, the latest games, they're all good. Some are better than others, obviously. I like I said, I do believe that Link to the Past is probably the best Legend of Zelda game. I think it really encapsulates everything that Legend of Zelda uh, means to be. And they didn't try to do too much with it. They didn't go, you know, too big for the map. The map was a bit bigger than the first two games, but it's like just that perfect sweet spot. Oh, um, okay. I don't know if there was another way to do this except to restart. It looks like it's just a restart. So hey, we did have enough time to finish the game tonight. So um, yeah, that was fun. I'm glad that I was able to actually finally finish a game on stream for once. Most of the games that I do play on stream are things like Animal Crossing or Warframe, which doesn't technically have an ending. But yeah, a lot of the retro games that I'm going to have in my rotation are going to be games that we can actually finish. Um, I will say with the next retro game that's going to be at the next retro night, uh, I'm planning on doing something like DuckTales. Now, for that one, I may end up using Rewind more often than not. Mostly because I know that, I grew up playing these games and all, and I know how difficult some of the old games can be. So, um, I did pretty good with Legend of Zelda, only needing to do the rewind once. But that was more, I didn't want to have to go back and get all of the stuff again and have to make my way through with some of the puzzles again. Um, that was one thing I didn't really like about A Link to the Past, and that's something that it wasn't Wind Waker. What was the game that was on the Game Boy? Um, Not Wind Waker. What was that? Link's Awakening. That's it. That's it. Link's Awakening did that pretty well. Once you got past the little mini boss in the dungeon, you had a warp from the front of the dungeon to that particular location, so you could skip a lot of stuff. I like how they did that. It would have been nice if they could have added something in like that for A Link to the Past, but other than that, no, it's a great game.